What's up, everybody? I'm Jordan Barber. Today we're going to go over a 20-minute mobility strength warm-up video. You can do this prior to your exercise days or your training days, or you can just do this as a 20-minute kind of mobility snack in between work. Get it out of the way, and it's also one of my favorite routines I like to do in the gym. So as soon as I get to the gym, what I'll do is I'll usually start in the kneeling position. You can do this with socks on, shoes on, doesn't matter. If you're at home, probably barefoot or socks. If you're at the gym, you probably have your shoes on. So whatever works for you. Start kneeling, toes are pointed. I have my knees wide and my big toes are gonna be touching. Okay, so like that. So knees are wide, big toes touch. From here, just kind of settle into this position. You can rock side to side. What we're doing is we're getting an ankle stretch. We're also getting we're getting quads, and we're also getting the top of the shins. So those are being stretched out. So we're gonna just hang out here, rock side to side. Then from here, after we rock back and forth, I'll bring my hands back, and then I'll just kind of stretch out the quads a little bit further, challenging them by just kind of going backwards here. And we call this throw position. We can also get a shoulder stretch here, so pointing those fingers forward and then pushing the chest up and then the head back. So we're getting a shoulder stretch and a quad stretch. And your feet might cramp if you have really tight feet, but just try to hold this position and then extend your hips. So you're gonna extend your hips, head back, and then we're gonna slowly go back to our hands and knee position. Then we're gonna tuck the toes, so we're gonna have dorsiflexion of the ankles. So now we're gonna be stretching out the calves a little bit, and the toes. So we're gonna sit on those toes, heels are right over the toes, and again, we're just gonna rock side to side, and we can kind of go forward and back as well. From here, I'm going to go hands and knees. I'm going to step one leg back. So my knees extended, my hips extended, and I'm going to rock back with the knees straight. I'm going to feel this in the calf again. I'm going to rock about 5 to 10 times each side, and then switch. So I'm getting calf here, ankle, 5 to 10 rocks. Then from here, I'm going to keep the knee over the hip. I'm going to rotate this leg toward the opposite arm. I'm going to then laterally or go to the outside. So I'll show you from the front view. I'm going to go to the outside, rock into that posterior hip. So I'm going to do 5 to 10 rocks here. And then after about 5 to 10 rocks, I'm just gonna bring that back knee down, point the back toe, and bring the forearms down. It's kind of like a modified, okay? Take a couple inhales and exhales. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, and try to do that throughout the remainder. Same thing, opposite side. So again, we're not doing this, so we don't want the knee in front of the hip, we want the knee right underneath the hip, and then we're gonna rock to the outside. I like to exhale for each rock, just making sure that your breath is intentional. Inhaling through the nose, or just recoiling with fast exhales. All right, posterior hip, then back knee down, point the back toe. Rest the forearms down, breathe, 2 inhales here, 2 exhales. All right, from here, still hands and knees. Now we're gonna abduct one leg out, toes are forward, and this bottom knee, I'm gonna bring to the outside even further. So I got short lever adductor and then a long lever adductor stretch. From here, I'm gonna rock back, forward, 5 to 10 rocks, like the exhale on my way back. Okay, from here, if I want to rotate that hip more externally, I can sit on the heel, and then I can open up the outside leg, point the toe. I can do side bends here. Now that's going to be a little advanced, so don't force yourself into that. Then I'll switch side. Rocking back, 5 to 10 rocks. And then settling in if I want. Again, this is going to be more advanced. Don't force your way into the adductor rock. Go back to the hands and knees. Hands are always going to be underneath the shoulders. Knees are going to be slightly behind the hips. And the feet should be in line with the knees. So it should look like this. From here, we're going to step one foot outside the hand. This hand is going to go to the air. This bottom hand is going to be pushing into the ground. We're going to rotate and reach up and look at the ceiling. From here, we're going to extend that back knee. And then option 1, hold here. Option 2, open up onto both ankles. And then option 3, let the hip come back down and up. And then option 4, turning this into the wild thing here. And then switching side. Starting in this position here, open up. So we've completed the quadruped warm-up. Now the back. First thing I'll do is cycle the legs out. Relax the head down, palms face down. And I like to get my heel as close as I can to the ground as I cycle. So it shouldn't be up here, here, here. It should go all the way out. And your legs should be almost parallel with the ground. So that's what really creates this long lever core, almost like a hollow hold here. Okay, so we're cycling it out. It's almost like a oscillation core exercise. So the core's not moving, but there's these limbs that are moving that are causing stress on the core. Okay, and so those we just call that oscillations. So you can do that by just cycling the leg out. You can squeeze the back into the ground by rolling the tailbone almost off the ground to get even more. And then reverse cycle. Again, legs almost parallel to the ground, and we're coming up. And then we're going to go knees to chest. Not really. Knees over hips. Knees are spread out, hands on the inside of the knees. Just relax and rock side to side. From here, go to bridge or hip lift. Okay, you can do this with the heels digging into the ground. Extend the hips. Now we focus back on that breathing. Long exhales out the mouth. Inhale through the nose. From here, we're going to march one knee into the chest. Hold. Don't let this hip come down. And then switch. Don't let the hip come down. As you switch, a couple exhales here and inhales. And then from here, we're going to slowly walk one foot forward and then the next foot, and then oof, cramp. All right, that's fine. Try it again. Walk it out. And then one more. And then, oof, that one cramped again. That's all right. And then one more. Head up. We're gonna push one foot into the ground and straighten the top leg. And open up, foot touch the back up toward the ceiling, and then switch. And just one of those. All right, we're done with our back series. Now we're gonna go to the stomach. So if you really wanna make sure that you have a nice healthy spine, and you wanna do things on your stomach, which are usually the most uncomfortable and the last thing people wanna do. So I'm gonna start with the W hold, tuck the toes, feet are shoulder apart. It's gonna look like this, right off the ground. We're gonna try to rotate as high as we can, up, breathe, and then relax. Now we're gonna go up, as high up as possible, then we're gonna reach overhead, palms down, hands in line, don't flex the wrists or extend them, reach up and forward, and then relax. From here, relax the head and neck, tee out the arms, look over one shoulder. This is probably when you need a towel on the ground, and then switch. And from here, you're gonna go palm face up over the head, point the toes. We're gonna try to get the knees and thighs off the ground. So we gotta squeeze the glutes. And then at the same time, we're gonna try to get the palms up as high off the ground as possible. Okay. It's gonna look like this. So this is kind of like a Superman with the palms face up. And then we're gonna turn this into what we call a breaststroke. So everything's up around. We're gonna rotate back of the hands, touch the glutes. So try not to flex the wrists or extend them. And then we're gonna try to bend the elbows up the back. Allow the elbows to touch the ground. Up, extend, and then rotate all the way overhead, palms face up. And then we'll do a couple more. Now we're going to do a little bit of rolling here. So we're going from the stomach back. So we're going to go from this skydiver position to a hollow hold. And we're going to try to do it as controlled as possible. Okay, and you want to be able to roll both ways. So everything stays up off the ground as you roll, but try to stay in the hollow position. Try not to bend the knees and extend the shoulders here. Just keep the shoulders flexed and the hips extended. All right. Now we're going to go into a cobra. You can tuck or point, whatever you prefer here. And scap rolls. That's too much on the back. Just come down here and just go like this. From here, we're going to reach overhead, extend the legs, and then bend both the elbows and the knees. Goes bow and arrow. The chest up, head forward, and thighs off the ground. Trying to get the heels to the glutes, elbows to the ribs. For about 10 reps. Now we're going to twist and touch the opposite foot, but head looks down here. From here, cobra, and we're going to cross the legs to end it. Reach forward. Relax the head and neck, and just breathe and hold. And walk the hands to the right side. Reach with the left arm. And then walk the hands to the left side. Reach with the arm here. Now we'll go bottoms of the legs together. Hold on to the toes. Then we're going to actively try to get those knees down. Alright, now we're going to go 90-90. Go forward and back. Or you can just hang out here. You can rotate toward that knee and look over the other shoulder. And recross, bring the elbows down if you want. Also, go like that. Or just go straight ahead. From here, rotate to the other side. Hinge forward. Rotate. Reach. Open up if you want. Alright, and then we'll go all the way out. Point the toes. Then you can play around with some shin box stuff where you bend the knees all the way. And then do about 3 reps here. And then switch. Just try to do that with control. Alright. That's it. That's the warm-up. Now would be time to start the dynamic warm-up. So any pogos, skips, hops, jumps, light plyometric stuff, and then get into your heavy power or strength or hypertrophy. All right, so that's my 20-minute mobility strength. But let me know what you think, and I'll create the dynamic stretching portion next. We're gonna have to have shoes on for that because that involves more jumping and hopping stuff. All right, see ya.